Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing well and enjoying your studies also. I got many queries related lesson number 1. So I'll just resolve it, and I'll also conduct online session with 11th standard also, so we can have interaction with us for the first time. And those who are willing to join me, just send me your thumbs up on my personal WhatsApp. So I'll ask I'll see if how many of you are interested, and on that basis, I'll give you my ID link in your both the groups of 11th A and 11th B, right? So here we are seeing uh, question about to lesson number 1. First of all, many of the students are asking me, ma'am, how can we write in the ledger? Ledger means the accounting register that you are using in that lines are there. So for that, I am not going to suggest you to make a theory book separately, because the book checking will be tedious work, and your work of buying a new book and maintaining it would be also there, because we are hardly having 2 or 3 chapter in part 1, right, in part 2 also. So for that, a book separately need not to be maintained. Is it clear? So here I'm just saying you that you can write answers on the same book and then continue with your lesson number 2. So by Friday, I had said you the book submission should be there, and I will message you also my email ID. And what is there? Your book submission should be with your class, that is standard 11th A or B, whatever is your class, roll number and your name too. On not my WhatsApp, on my email ID as a PDF, right? Or you can screenshot, take photos of your mobile, what we say, written book, and send it to me, as you would have done in your economics and any other subjects. So all of you are clear about what is to be done, right? So just I am giving you a time up till Friday, right? Now we were seeing types of transactions. In that we had seen cash transactions and credit transaction. Now what happens in cash transaction? We had seen the words should be written in cash transactions, where either the word cash is to be written, or wait, see, the word cash is to be written, or in such transaction cash is not mentioned, and so the name of the person should also not be mentioned. In that they will write as, I had given you example, goods purchased of rupees 10,000. So here neither the name of a person is there nor word cash is there. So it is a cash transaction. Salary paid rupees 50,000. So salary paid. Which word will show you it is a cash transaction? Paid. In the same way, brokerage received 10,000. Now have I said the word brokerage rupees 10,000 received in cash? No. Then also it is a cash transaction because of the word received. Is it clear? In the same way, bank account is also a cash transaction. You are getting check or paying check, so it is a cash transaction. Now, if you are clear with cash transactions, coming to the credit transaction, in this kind of transaction, no exchange, no means no exchange through cash or bank. When it is a credit transaction, neither cash is paid nor a check is paid. So the transaction would be like this: goods purchased from Mr. A of rupees 10,000. Is it clear? Goods purchased from Mr. A of rupees 10,000. So what happens in that? We are purchasing goods in 10,000 from Mr. A. It means it's a credit transaction because the name of the party is given. Whenever the name of the party is given and no word cash or bank is mentioned, it is a credit transaction. So there will be no exchange or of words of what we say cash or bank. So no words like cash or bank will be there in your transaction. There is emergence of relation of debtor and creditor. Emergence of relation of debtor and creditor. How it is? I had said purchased goods of rupees 10,000 from A. So I had purchased, right? So he has given me. So he becomes my creditor because he will get. I will pay to him in future, maybe in 1 month, in 10 days, in 3 months. But I will pay him in future. So I become his debtor and he becomes my creditor. Debtor is a person who receives amount on sale of goods on credit, and creditor is a person who had purchased goods on credit, right? So there becomes two relationship, debtor and credit. So again I'm repeating, I am a purchaser, so I become a creditor. Sorry, I become a debtor for the seller, and I am a this what we say your anyone whom I had purchased goods on credit, so that becomes on creditors. Is it clear? Say sold on credits. Is it clear? So debtor and creditor relationship is there. Name of the person is mentioned. As I said, Mr. A. Mr. A is a person. So when a credit transaction is there, always remember name of the party. Either it's a personal name or a firm's name. Suppose goods of rupees 10,000 sold to Adhyay Industries. Adhyay Industries. Right. So then also it's a credit transaction. Right. No name of person is mentioned. The word cash or bank is not mentioned. It definitely affects the account of a person. Yes, it definitely affects the account of a person because he becomes our debtor or creditor. If he purchases on credit, so he becomes our debtor. Right. Is it clear? Right. So these the name of the account of a person is affected. Now again a transaction illustration number 2 is that whether the following transaction are cash or credit transaction. So question is not to be written by you. You will just write directly. Now you can see over here goods sold in cash for rupees 500. So what is the word given over here? Cash. Right. Now goods purchased for rupees 800. Can you see over here? Right. In one transaction there is a word cash and in other transaction there is no word, but then also both the transactions are cash transactions. The goods sold in cash for rupees 500. Here goods purchased for rupees 800. Right. So now what how you are going to differentiate? Can anyone say? See, this is the reason how you are going to differentiate. In one transaction word cash is given and in one transaction neither the name of a person is given nor the word cash is given. So it becomes a cash transaction. Goods of 900 sold to Meena. Sold to Meena. Word is given. Name of a particular person is given. Name of a particular person is given, that is Meena. This means it's a credit transaction. Goods of 2000 sold to Nutan for cash. Now here both the words are given. Name of a person also and word cash also. So how you will recognize which is this? Here you will recognize that only and only the word if cash is to be taken into consideration. Though the name of a person is also given, but I had paid cash, right? Or I had received cash. So why I have to consider for Nutan, right? So when word cash is not there and only name of person is there, it is a credit transaction. But when name of a person and word cash both are there, so it is a cash transaction. Now you can see over here, it is said that salary paid. What is that? Salary paid. What does it mean? Yes, please. Salary. I had given you the word paid. Remember, I had given you the word paid. Paid means we had given cash. It means salary paid rupees 5,000. So it is a cash transaction. Again, the word insurance paid rupees 800. So this paid means given. De diya. Cash de diya. So it goes to 8,000. So it is a cash transaction. Goods of 200 received as a free sample. Now a question comes, teacher, what does it mean, free sample? Can anyone say me? Is it a cash or credit transaction? No, it is not a cash transaction nor a credit transaction. Wait, first of all, undo and a box. Yes, students, goods received as a free sample. When we receive anything in free, we are not paying anything, nor we are receiving cash in anything. So it is a which kind of transaction? First of all, it's a non-economic transaction. Is it clear? Because in a transaction, you need to have exchange of goods and services. Is it clear to everyone? Right? So, right. So is it clear? So it's a non-economic transaction. Furniture of rupees 5,000 purchased from Shriji Furniture Mart. So here you can see, students, the word Shriji, name of the firm is given. Remember I had said you can write a name of a person or a name of a business firm. So I am doing a work specially to highlight you that how you are going to differentiate it's a cash transaction or credit transaction. It's a credit transaction because it is purchased from Shriji Furniture Mart and neither the word cash is given, right, or nor it is just return purchase. Goods, sorry, 3,000 paid to Shah Agency for advertisement. Again paid to Shah Agency. Now what is this? Yes, can anyone say me? Paid word has arisen. Paid words. So what is that, dear students? It is a cash transaction paid to Shah Agency. When the word paid comes, you have to be focused. It is your payment done. Paid to. So it is a cash transaction. Commission received. Commission received. So again it's a received. Any paisa aa gaya. So cash transaction. Goods of 5,000 purchased for cash. Payment is made by check. So again it's a cash transaction. Yes or no? Right. Goods of rupees. What is said? 5,000 purchased for cash. Payment is made by check. So again it's a cash transaction. Goods of 6,000 sold. Payment is received by check. So again check is there. So it's a cash transaction. Rent received. So what is the highlight of the word? If it's a Cash or check, we don't need to go for it's a cash or check, cash or check. But the word received gives us a clear idea that it is a cash transaction. Telephone bill of 700 paid by check. Paid. So it's a cash transaction. Is it clear? But bank is affected. The bank balance decreases. Check of 3,000 issued to Lakshmi Bain for her dues. Right. So what is that? It is issued. Right. So what is to be done over here? Come on. Right. So we had seen check issued to Lakshmi Bain for her dues. So this is our payment. Right. Received her issued. Right. So here you can see the words that are how you are going to format is your transaction serial number, transactions, cash or credit column, or reason, right? What is reason? What is the effect of the transaction is a reason, right? There's goods sold for cash rupees 500. So it is a cash transaction sold for rupees 500. Cash word is given. So cash transaction, cash increases. When we are selling, we are receiving cash. So it is a cash transaction. Is it clear? Then goods purchased for 800. Word cash is not there. Then also it's a cash transaction. Cash balance decreases. Goods of 900 sold to Meena. Credit transaction because the word Meena is there. So no cash word and sold to Meena. Right? Goods of 2000 sold to Nutan for cash. Cash increases. And the reason is Nutan and cash both are there. But we are going to see only cash. Salary paid rupees 5,000. So cash decreases. And what gives you information that it is a cash transaction? What paid? Insurance premium paid. So cash decreases. Goods of 200 received as free sample. It's a non-economic transaction. See, suppose you are a business person and you receive 200 pieces of one sample, one product, and as a sample. So have you paid anything for it? No, you had not paid anything for it, right? Or he is going to ask you to pay in future? No, he's not going to. So you are receiving it free because no money transaction, no economic transaction. That's why it's a non-economic transaction. Furniture of 5,000 purchased from Shriji Furniture. So Shriji Furniture Mart is there, but no word cash is there. So it is a credit transaction. Is it clear, students? I hope you all are clear with what I am going to say. I'm saying you about how to write. Right. So we can go on our next topic. Now, vouchers. What are the vouchers? Vouchers are just your bill forms are termed as your voucher. There are different kinds of voucher. That is sales bill. You can see over here. I'm going in a little bit of information providing to you. Sales bill, purchase bill, credit note, debit note, counter folio, paying slip. Right, paying slip you would have seen in bank also. Receipt issued, receipt received, expense bills, etc. are your vouchers. Right. In vouchers, what is information given? That is your components of voucher. Who is the issuer? Who is the receiver? Date, on which date it is done, serial number of voucher. From that also you can find out what is the information given. Amount in figures and words, signature of bill preparer, right? Because they sign it, signature of bill receiver, right? Wherever necessary word is there. Type of voucher, other details. Now coming to our most important topic, dual effect. Dual effect, every transaction has a two effect. One is a debit and one is a credit. How what we are going to see that only in dual effect we have to see. So I'm going to start this with our new next lecture so you can continue with it. So before that, so as I said you earlier, those students who are interested to come online, you are most welcome. Join me on an online session. Whatever your doubts are that, write on paper and ask me. I'll clear it, or whatever your question related to your writing pattern or anything is there, you can just contact me. Yes, teacher, we are ready for online session. So we can decide one day, and on that day, your time I will give you, and on that time we'll interact with each other, right? Till then, I hope you all are studying very well and going through the lectures very well. I'm not seeing that much of views, that much of students are in 11th A and B combined. So kindly students see, yes, it is there. Your schools are not going on physically, but virtually we are going on. So it is request of us to you. Your years are precious. See, small children's years are also precious, but more precious is the year of the 11th, 12th, and college student. Why? Because 1 year you are lacking back. So your 1 year is going behind for your graduation, right? So give importance to your studies. You have a very good plus point. You can study from your home. Your time is not wastage. Everything is safe. You can clearly complete your task within staying at home, and your time from going one place to another. Yes, it would be tedious for you. It would be like getting bored. We are not meeting our friends and nothing. But students, this is the requirement of present scenario, right? You would have seen there are many cases growing up in our Surat especially. So please students, stay at home, stay safe, and utilize your energy. Again I say, only studies is not the utilizing energy. Improve your creativity, develop your creativity. Suppose your handwriting is not good, practice in writing. Suppose your vocabulary is not good, practice in writing. Suppose you don't want to go for study related thing, right? You have a very good drawing, polish your drawing, give daily 1 hour to your drawing. You're very good in craft. If your parents are not allowing you to go out and you don't have material, practice on newspapers. We have lot of resources to polish ourselves. If you are good in cooking, polish yourself in cooking, right? If you are good in management, or you can go for coding, decoding. If you have heard about, there is a program of coding going on. Many of the sorry, many of the companies are now on going on online free sessions. One, they are giving free sessions for one time. You can crack them. It is not necessary to go with the studies only. This is the time, as it is said, you have to develop your skill. Is it clear? What is developing our skill? Polish our skill, right? Whatever you know, knowledge is different and skill is different. Skill means you are enhancing your skill. Take example, you know how your chapati can be, how we make chapati. But what is the difference between your mother and you? Your mother makes a perfect round chapati, and that is fluffy one, and it's you like to eat. And if you make, yes, if you have practice, I will not say everyone doesn't know, but if you make in first or second time or fifth or tenth time, you'll find it you are not able to make it proper round circle. And if it is round, then also your chapati is not fluffy. The reason is knowledge is not necessary, skill is necessary. And your mother has that skill and you don't have that skill. So this is the time you can develop your skill. Till then, see you, bye bye, and practice whatever you like, whatever you love.